so them fuckers heat when I feel the breeze. You ain't never take a chance. That shit changing when you come with me. I just swag everything you need. Good calm, baby, on the feed.
Whenever I get older, I want to be a movie producer. So in being a movie producer or getting into that space, you always have to kind of have been creative in some type of way. So whenever I was little, I used to watch this YouTube channel called Screen Rant, where they would talk about a whole bunch of movies and stuff, and that started really getting me into movies. And then from that, I found stuff like stop motion animations.
We have back, still hit hard like Holyfield. Drake got that clip to knock him down, he slipped banana peel. If she want something I did to not tripping.
Like his name was Aubrey Studios, something like that. And then there was I think it was like Firefox or something. I don't remember exactly what his name was, but he made the Duck and the Lemonade videos. I forgot what his name was. But they used to make these Lego Batman animated stop motion videos. And I was like super into that whenever I was little. And I was like, one day I want to be able to know how to do that. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to figure out and learn how to do that one day, but I don't know when. So as time goes by, I'm slowly like getting into cartoons and like animated shows, like a lot of animation. And I found DuckTales on Disney Plus. Well, it was regular Disney at first, and then later it was Disney Plus, so I could watch the entire thing. So in watching that, I remembered how I really liked and wanted to do stop motion videos when I was little. So on like my old Android, this is in like 7th grade, on my old Android, I go and I find Stop Motion Studio, and I started really getting into like animation. And I started learning how to animate. I would watch a YouTuber named Edbound, and I would watch his videos and mimic what he was doing for my own videos. And then through animation, I started getting into music, because for my videos, I like to incorporate music that I enjoy into my videos. So in about 9th grade, I'd say, I make a friend. Well, in 8th grade, he was my friend in 8th grade. And then in 9th grade, he started telling me about his music. And there's a rapper named Yeet, and I started listening to him. And he was like unknown at the time. He was in like this scene of people that wasn't very big. Yeet, Summers, Autumn, SSG Kobe, Sofego. But I really started getting into music. And then in the music, I started getting into dressing. I started listening to Lil Yachty a lot. And Lil Yachty has this very, I would say, very unique way of dressing. This isn't an example, by the way. This is like I was just out doing something, and I put some clothes on. It wasn't that serious. But I started listening to Lil Yachty. I started looking at how he dressed. I was like, I like how he dresses. I want to get into that. And around this time, my parents wouldn't really let me dress how I wanted to. I'd say this is like 11th grade. I'm graduated now, but I wanted to get into like, I wanted to wear baggy clothes a little bit, get into that, nicer shoes. But my parents never really, they didn't like how baggy clothes looked. They thought it made me look like a thug. But that's just what happens when you have old black parents. So I started getting, I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. But I started really getting into dressing, and I'm gradually increasing the way I dress. Essentially getting into music, getting into movies and animation, it's pushed me in this way of I want to do something that's creative in my life. I don't just want to work regular office job and just be bored. It's just boring to me. It's just really boring. And I want to do something with my life. I don't just want to sit in an office and work on a computer all day. If I'm gonna be a movie producer, I want to travel. I want to work with these people. I want to get big. You know, well, maybe not big, but I want to get a steady, good life out of doing something that's creative and enjoyable. My friends, we are into things that don't really fit with a lot of the things from this area of like Texas. We're just like in the middle of nowhere. Like the other day we went to Dungeons and Dragons place, which is like a shock that there is even something like Dungeons and Dragons where we live at. Mr. Jake Stegall. Mr. Warren.
Are you glad he's Nah, we can just use our hands, bro.
No, I'm not gonna lie, I can't do that.
You're gonna buy one?
I don't know why. Oh, starting a D&D campaign.
Oh yeah.
But do we even know how to do that? How do you do that? And how do you even start?
I don't know. I think you just do it. Like, you just do it.
So we're gonna start doing Dungeons and Dragons and whatnot, which I don't even know how to play it at all, but we're gonna get into it somehow. But yeah, man, I would say if you're creative and you want to be creative and you want to do something in life that is creative, just do things on your own to push you in the direction of finding a career that you'll enjoy. You know, there's a lot of mosquitoes out here, and I'm getting eaten, which is why I'm scratching my arms. So I'm gonna end the video. I'm gonna try and do these like once a week. So yeah, goodbye.
Okay, I know you want the ball real hard. You pull a hamstring, you know you gonna be out the game. I still got the plug on car, even though I'm supposed to be keeping my hands clean. Young nigga came a long way, made 100K, blew it all, make it all back in one day. Paying for the words I say, know it sounds strange, but I make the best out of it every day. Hope you got something you'll say, cause it ain't safe. Hope you got something you'll say, cause it ain't safe.